Why you're so wired all the time and what you can finally do to calm your brain, which is going on overdrive. Have you noticed something strange? You can be exhausted, but you are unable to relax. You can be sitting on the couch, yet it feels like your mind is running a marathon. You check your phone, you scroll your phone, maybe doom scrolling for a bit. You watch videos and you read the news. It's right in front of you. And somehow you end up feeling more restless than before you perform that action. And if that sounds familiar, you're not imagining it. Modern culture, which is utterly toxic in so many ways, has created a situation where millions of people are physically tired, but they are mentally unable to switch off. And the truth is that your brain was never designed for living in the modern world. And in this video, I'm going to give you the three biggest reasons why your brain, why your mind is so wired all the time and what you can do about it. So let's start with number 3. You never give your brain a moment of silence. Think about this. When was the last time you were truly alone with your thoughts? There was no phone, there was no screen, there was no music, television, other distractions. For many people out there, loads of people, it might have been weeks, maybe months, since they were truly alone with their thoughts outside of sleeping, when you're not thinking yourself, obviously, with a conscious mind. And modern culture has created a situation where every second must be filled with stimulation. And I really want you to think about this. You're waiting in line for something. You have to be checking your phone. We see that all the time. You're driving. You have to be listening to something. The music has to be on. You're walking. How many people now have to walk with earbuds? And again, they're listening to something. Their brain is stimulated. And the problem is that the human brain actually needs periods of quiet to process what's going on, to process internal emotions, to reflect, to recover, and to reset. And the truth is that without these moments, there is so much mental clutter, which is always building up. You know, if this is you, the stress accumulates and eventually you feel constantly restless. And this isn't because something is wrong with you. It is because your brain really never got a chance to breathe. Yes, your brain needs to reset, recover. It can't be constantly stimulated. This is all unnatural. And what you can do to create small pockets of silence every single day, think about this. If this is a problem for you, take a walk without headphones. Sit outside with your cup of tea. My favorite, slow down with a cup of tea. Drive your car without turning anything on. This might feel uncomfortable at first. Everything does when you do it afresh, but you will eventually get used to it. And you will notice that your mind just feels a bit more peace because it isn't receiving constant stimulation. Really think about that, because your peace isn't found in that stimulation. It is found in less stimulation. Number 2, you are completely disconnected from the natural world. And this is so important to think about, because human beings basically are outdoor animals. Go back, our ancestors used to roam the plains for nearly all of our existence. We lived under conditions of natural sunlight, around trees, around water, open spaces, nice scenery, fresh air. What's happened now, though, is that millions upon millions of people, they spend most of their time indoors, sometimes nearly all of their time, 23 hours a day indoors. The house, the office, the store. And think about this, day after day, they live surrounded by artificial light, artificial temperatures, artificial environments completely. And then some people, society, wonder, why do so many millions of people feel disconnected? Well, here's the truth. Nature is not optional. It's not a luxury. It is medicine, because being outdoors really helps to calm the nervous system. This has been found in multiple studies. It helps to reduce stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. It helps to restore mental clarity. And yet it's something that for many people, it's barely an experience anymore. This is so sad. So what you have to do, if this is a problem for you, commit to getting outdoors every single day, ideally as early as possible in the morning, Walk after meals. That's really good for improving insulin sensitivity as well, reducing inflammation. Spend time around trees. Reconnect with the world that your brain was actually designed for. It really was. And it's so sad that this has been forgotten about. And you might be amazed, many people are, with when they start spending more time in nature, how quickly their stress levels drop. One of the best things is going for a walk in nature. And number one on the list of why you feel so wired all the time is that your smartphone is completely hijacking your nervous system. This is the really big one. It has been a sea change over the last 15 to 20 years, and it's probably affecting you far more than you realize, because your smartphone isn't just a communication device. If only it was that, the good old days of when you used a phone for calling people. It's actually a slot machine, a mental slot machine, a news station. It's an entertainment center. It's a shopping mall. It's a social club. It's so very weird when you think about it. And it's competing for your attention every single minute of the day and frequently winning. Constant notifications, text messages. Personally, I switch my text alert off most of the time. Emails coming in, breaking news, social media alerts, buzz, 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 constantly, constant stimulation. And you see this. People are with their phones and they can't go without looking at it for more than a minute because every single notification sends a signal to your brain. Think about this. Pay attention. Something really important is happening. But most of the time, nothing important is happening at all. All that happens is your brain never gets a break. You stay in a state of constant alertness, constant anticipation of that next dopamine hit. It's really bad. It's so bad for your brain. And over time, calm starts to feel unfamiliar to you because you're not used to it. And that's why so many people nowadays, they struggle to focus, they struggle to read, they struggle to relax. And simply sitting still is something that many people can't even imagine doing. So what should you do? Well, you should turn off most of the notifications on your phone unless you're expecting something really urgent, and create phone-free periods every day. I do this personally. I leave it in another room or I put it on silent for an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour blocks. Go for a walk without it. It's one of the most powerful things that you can actually do every single day for a set amount of time. Have your phone actually in a different room, not face down, not on silent next to you, just in a different room. And guess what? The world will survive and you'll quickly discover something really incredible, that most of the demands for your attention were not actually important in the first place and didn't deserve your attention. So to conclude then and summarize, the modern world actually profits from your attention. It's a very strange situation. Even if you go back to like world wars in the last century, people were not as clued in as they are now. They were dealing with world wars. They would only get their alerts maybe once a day. That's it. But nowadays, every single app wants your attention every minute of the day. Headlines streaming in. Frequently, they want to just invent news to have something to talk about. And that's the situation that society is in. So no wonder so many millions of people, maybe you, feel overwhelmed. You're constantly wired. What you really don't need is the latest biohack. You don't need a miracle cure. What you actually need is simply to return to some timeless human habits, frequently cited actually in many ancient religious texts. More silence, more nature. You definitely don't need more screen time. You need less noise. Your nervous system is desperately waiting for you to do that. It wants you to do that, but maybe you're trapped right now. Because the goal here when it comes to health and well-being, my goal for you isn't just to live longer. Yes, that's important, but it's actually to live well. It's to be calm, to be clear, to be focused. It's to be present, and it's to feel fully alive again. And that's very difficult if your mind is plugged in all the time and very wired. So please give those some thought if you know that that is you. Thank you for watching. Do leave a comment down below. Also check in the links down below for my website and my 30-day health reset program and our natural health and well-being store, ohiwellness.com if you're in the USA, North America, ohiwellness.co if you're in the UK, Europe, If you enjoyed this video, I have a feeling you might also enjoy this video right here to help you elevate your health and well-being. Take care, and wishing you a calm, pleasant day and a mind which is not fully wired and stimulated all the time. You will be a lot healthier for it when you calm things down. We will speak again very soon.